next thing I want to do is to copy a number of these mirrors down this wall, including the lights, and import some furniture into this space. So the thing I want to do here is to move my light over just a little bit. So I'm going to take my tape measure and establish some space in between the light and the edge of the mirror. I'm going to say it's going to be 3 inches. I'm going to type in 3 down at the bottom, 3, and check. And we'll move this light out of the way here. You can see where it has developed a point here, 3 inches from this corner. If I use my tape measure tool from the corner, it gives me a point. If I make it from an edge, it gives me like this. It gives me a line. So from the point, it's fine for this exactly. So I want to take my light and grab that corner and move it to this corner. Zoom in a little bit, find it, sticks to it, there. Okay, so now my light is situated between here and here, 3 inches. This is also 3 inches, and I want my next light to be another 3 inches away. So I'm going to establish another guideline from this point over another 3 inches. Type in 3 and select, and it should be 3. Let's see, just check. 3 inches, yay. Okay. So now I have some reference points. I'm going to take these two, select them both, and Command C, copy them, and then Command V, make new ones. Bring them down a little bit closer. And I cannot connect it perfectly, very easily. But I will want to. I'm going to make this into a group first before I place it. Make it a little easier. So I'm going to, now it's group. I'm going to take this corner, and now I can move it over to here. Stick to it. There it is. The dot says stuck. All right. I'm going to undo my group, and it's sitting right there along with this light. Now I'm going to copy, and before I do that, I'll give myself another baseline 3 inches over. Just type in 3. All right, 3 inch over. Now I will select copy, paste, back in and grab it. See if it'll stick. And stuck a new one right there. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. Now I can do a few more. Bring it right on down the line. Depends upon how many use in your model, of course. One other thing I want to do here, since I've got these established, I'm going to go ahead and put a another light over on this side. So, okay, goodbye. So I've double clicked on the group. I'm going to select the light that's inside of it. Commands copy, select all for the group, and then develop 3 inches over on this. 3 inches over. Let's type in 3. Establish that point. And now I'm going to Command V my light. Here it is. To grab the point. I'll zoom in a little bit closer. And I'm stuck. All right. So let's see how that looks. Orbit tool, looking around. Hello, Brad. Very nice. And since I have this light, and in our dressing rooms, I know we've got another light over the top. Let's take that same component that we made and paste another one in, which is here. And another trick. So it's in these angles, these pluses on the sides, allow me to be able to rotate it easily. So I can hover with my move tool. I can hover over top, and it suddenly says turn it. So I can turn it in several directions. Come this direction, I can turn it along the red direction. So I'm going to click on it and allow me to move it around. I'm going to move it 90 degrees till it's the arrow until it turns until it's parallel to the top of the mirror. Click it. Go back to my move tool and not hook onto the points, but somewhere else, and then slide it into position. Okay, I like that. Maybe I'll move it up a little bit along the blue axis. Okay. And it's a happy little light. All right. I'm going to do 2 more here just to complete it out, make them a happy little family. Command, I'm going to copy this one. Click. Command C, Command V, established it. Move up, clicked. I'm going to move it up along the blue axis. I'm going to hold on to that blue up arrow and infer very well. Bring it up 3 inches, click on it, and then do that one more time. Command V, stick it, move it up arrow 3 inches, and done. All right, so I've got 3 established on here. All right, they're a happy thing. Let's put some furniture in this, and then we'll move on. So to get furniture into here, I want to use the this component box. Click on that, and it asks me a couple of things. What's in the model, the components that I've got in this model have been established here. The ones on the web are in this 3D warehouse. So I'm going to click on the 3D warehouse, which is this one here, and then type in a few searches. So I want to say office furniture. Office, let's do office chair. Okay, see what that brings me. A bunch. Okay, cool. Going down, looking at a few things. That's nice. That's nice. And look at these. Some good ones. All right. Look. Oh, there's even more. Okay. Looking around. Let's try this one. This kind of looks kind of cool. So I'm clicking on it, and then just drag it on over. And if I hover around the floor somewhere, it usually will stick to it. So that's not too bad. Looks really kind of good. I can take it and see if I like that. That's pretty good. All right. Now, if it had been that, well, let's look at another one. Let's look at this one. Bring him over. Okay. It's kind of cool, but not quite as cool as the first one we found. All right, so I'm going to get rid of that guy by just hitting the delete button, and he'll go away. Sometimes I've found that the components that are in the warehouse, some of them aren't as well done as others. For example, let's try this chair here, this office chair. Looks pretty good, but I click on it, move it over, and it's huge. So I could just say, I don't want this, and just delete it. Or I could, if I really like it, even though it's huge, I can click on the move tool, and hidden in the move tool is a couple of other things. This one here is called scale. So click on the move tool, the scale tool, click on that, and it puts this yellow box with the green triangles on it. I can grab one of those triangles, and it is the uniform scale across the opposite point, obviously. Click on that, and then I can move it, make it about the right height, okay, which is kind of neat. Oh, he's stuck inside the table. Well, I can take my move tool and move him outside of the table, make him better. Okay. And if I like that one, that's terrific. I like him better. I'm going to just use him for now. Thank you, chair. Goodbye. All right. Looking at the chair, if I want, I can actually move it, turn it around a little bit. I use my orbit tool to get a different position. Okay. And zoom in on it a little bit. Come on, zoom back in. This orbit with the move tool, I can back over top of it, and some of these arrows start showing up. The rotate arrows up over top of it. Want to rotate it along the blue axis, which is great, and just make it like that. Make it a little bit more usable for Brad when he enters the room. So one thing I've discovered is that my light that I tried to establish on here, stick to the wall, didn't stick. It looked like it did in the position that I was at, but it is not. Make this go away a minute. So I want to put that in the right spot before moving on. Rotate until I get into a position that's easier to see. All right, and now I'm going to grab my move tool a little closer. Grab that corner. There it is, and see if I can. There, establish it right there. All right, now it's stuck to that position, and now I'm going to try to move it up 3 inches, type it in 3 again, and let's see if it looks any better. It's still over there. That's goofy. All right, well, let's try it. Sometimes it's just not sticky. We'll do it again. Come on. Right over here, bud. All right, and move you up 3, distance is 3, click on it, 3, there. All right, I needed to click my mouse harder. All right, now I've got all 3 of them established, blah, 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 and my little chair, and we're done for this portion.